السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله، الحمد لله، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I welcome you all to the class of دروس اللغة العربية لغير الناطقين بها. And inshallah ta'ala, today we are doing the second half of the fourth lesson, inshallah ta'ala. So in the last lesson, we've learned two حروف الجر. We've learned fi, which is in, and we learned ala, which is on. Fi is in, and ala is on. Now, ala, fi, in. But these meanings are not like specific meanings because huruf, the meanings change according to the context many times. So that's why there's a separate subject called huruf al-ma'ani, where they give you all the meanings. Like ba you could give, there are books which give 17 meanings or 18 meanings, depending on their context. Similarly, fee, meaning of fee could change. Ala also. But this is generally what we understand, fee and ala, the meaning, the basic meaning. Today we are learning min as well as ila. Min and ila. Min is from, a basic meaning is from, and ila is towards something or to. Ila is to. Min, from, and ila is to. And when you're joining something, after it, for example, a word with al comes. Al comes. How will you join? You'll join with a fatha, minal. Minal. That fatha which you give here, for example, here, it's a temporary fatha. And sometimes we'll give a kasra also. The majority of the time we will give a kasra. And there's a qaida, as-sakinu idha hurrika bil kasr. The sakin, if you give a haraka, most of the time it should be a kasra. A kasra. But here, because it already, meme already has a kasra, so the Arabs give the fatha, min al bayti. Because you cannot read min and al, no? Min al bayti. Min, because two sukoons cannot come. And this is a common rule which we will keep learning. It's called iltiqa us-sakinain, two sukoons coming. It'll always be, you have to change something. Two sukoons cannot meet each other. They cannot come together. So al-baytu, the house, min al-bayti. Huruf al-jar will give a kasra from the house. It's not a sentence. This is jar majroor. Jar majroor, just, it's a phrase. So it's harfu jar, and this is majroor. Al-masjidu, the masjid, and this is ila al-masjidi, to the masjid. To the masjid. Ila al-masjidi, towards the masjid. Like, I went to the masjid. Dhahabtu ila al-masjidi. So we have a lesson like that using these, harfu jar, min and ila, as well as fi and ala also we've learned already. So al-mudarrisu, this is al-mudarrisu. Min aina anta. How do you say, where are you from? You say min, we start with min, and then where, aina, and anta. Min aina anta. You might be like, min should give a kasra to aina, right? But remember, there are some nouns which are fixed, mabni they are called. They are called mabni, so they won't change. Aina is like that. So the basic rule is every noun is mu'rab. Mu'rab means every noun should change. Min come, ila comes, and all that, unless it is mabni. Mabni, or it comes under mabni. So majority of the nouns are mu'rab. Mu'rab means, i'rab means what? I'rab means changes happening. Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin, marfu, mansub, majroor. It should happen. Because of some reason, min comes, it becomes kasra, min Muhammadin. Ila comes, it gets a kasra. Inna comes, we'll learn later on in the next book. That will give a fatha, inna Muhammadan. Now, but there's a list of nouns which are an exception, which is a small list. Like aina comes under that. Like pronouns, ismu ishara, and he'll teach us in book 3, lesson 1, all the list he'll give us the mabni list. So there nouns can be divided into two types. Remember, mu'rab, which are flexible. Some people call them declinable. They decline means they change, and there's indeclinable, which do not change. Hmm? I'm just explaining because you might get a question like why there's no kasra here. We've just learned min al bayti because aina is fixed now. Aina is fixed. So min aina anta, from where are you? Ana min al yabani. I am from Japan. Why does Al Yaban have an Al? This is a question also, which is yani, you might get. Some countries take Al, some do not. Generally, classical countries, like old countries like Al Hind, India, Al Yaban, Japan, and others, um, they do take. But generally, 200, 300 years old countries, they don't take. America, Inglaterra, they or 400-year-old countries, they do not take, which have been like thousands of years. They do take Al-Yaban. So that is the, even in English, there's only few countries which can take the the United States, United Kingdom, Gambia, I think. And very few countries which take. It's never the India or the Japan. So Ana Minal Yabani. And that's why he has used this. It takes a kasra. Minal Yabani. So Japan. So we just have to memorize. I am from Japan. But the exception is without al. But there are some countries which have an al. Ana minal Yabani. I am from Japan. Another question which people get is why did they change Japan? They could have said Jabani, right? Jaban, because there's a ja, jim here. Remember, every language have their, many times their own names for countries. Like English also. China is not actually China. It is something else, right? Real name is something. I don't know. Japan is Nippon or something, right? They have their own names, but English people change them accordingly. Their name Korea is also something. So the various countries in their own language, the country is called something else, but the English people, they put their own names. Same thing with Arabic. This was what, they had their own names. Like Germany also, there's so many names Germany had all throughout the years. Deutschland or something, something. Arabic's Alemans. So the Arabs have Almania. Almania is the name for Germany, which will come later on. So every language has their own name. Some names might be similar in languages, but they change. Like Hindustan, for example, India was called Hindustan or Bharat. They kept India. India was not actually the name of India, but English people kept it India. Okay. Ana min al Yabani. I am from Japan. Wamin aina Ammarun, and from where is Ammar? This was asked about Anta, you, and this is from where is Ammar? Huwa min Sini. He's from China. Sin, because there's no cha in Arabic. Huwa min Sini. Wa min aina Hamidun, and from where is Hamid? Huwa min al Hindi. He is from India. He is from India. Al Hind. Aina Abbasun. This is not different from this min Aina Abbasun. This is not min. This is Aina. That means where is he now? Aina Abbasun. So we say kharaja. Kharaja. Kharaja is the first fail which he brings. Remember, there are ism, fail, and harf. No, the three parts of speech. We've learned ism till now, a noun, and we've learned harf also, min, ila, fi, or al, or na'am, la. These are all huruf, particles. Now we are learning fi'l. So ism has meaning plus tense, plus there's no time, no tense. But fi'l has meaning plus tense. So anytime you say something is a verb, there should be time. It should be either past, present, or future. There's no future in Arabic, but there could be. And half, it has no specific, no meaning, no tense. There's no meaning or tense. Meaning in the sense it's flexible meaning. Har meaning there are like 20 meanings, 17 meanings of ba mean like that. So we are learning fi'l. So anytime a fi'l comes, you have to ask a question. Number one, what is the tense of it? What is the time? Is it a past tense or present or future? Second, you have to ask who is the doer of it. Doer in the sense in Arabic, they call the subject of the verb. We'll call it doer because we have mubtada khabar. In Arabic, it is called fa'il. The doer is called the fa'ilun. Hmm? Fa'ilun, fa'il. So the doer should always have marfu, which should always be dhamma. Like for example, khalaqallahu, khalaqallahu al-insana. So here the fi'il is khalaqa, like dhahaba, same like this. Khalaqa, khalaqa. It has this thing. Allahu al-insana. So this is called fi'il. This is Allah's name is called Lafzul Jalala. Is fa'il, and al-insana is the maf'ulun bihi, is the object, which we'll learn later on. So here in kharaja, you might be like, where's the fa'il? It's just left. But who left? So in Madi, kharaja, and in kharajat, the fa'il is hidden if no name comes after it. If nothing comes after it, there's a huwa hidden. There's a huwa here, and here it has a hiya. There's a huwa and a hiya. He left, so we'll translate as he. And if kharajat comes, we'll learn later on, it'll be she left. So there's a problem with these two verbs. Always you have to look. Sometimes the file can come late. Kharaj al-yawma Hamidun. Hamid left today. So it could come here. So you have to say, okay, we have to translate this first, because in English, you have to translate Hamid left today. We cannot translate in the reverse way, left Hamid today. So that's the problem. So what it is called? It is called Damir Mustatir. It's a hidden pronoun. Kharaja, fa'il is hidden. Correct? So we'll say he left. Fa'il is hidden. Mustatir. Fa'il is hidden. But if a name comes like Muhammadun or something, it should be marfu. We cannot say Muhammadan or Muhammadin. Fa'il should be marfu with the dhamma all the time. So kharaja means he left. Al-mudarrisu, ayna dhahaba, where did he go? Ayna dhahaba, where did he go? See, kharaja is leaving from some place. See, leaving from some. Dhahaba is just going. Dhahaba is just going somewhere. Where did he go? Dhahaba ilal mudiri. So how do you translate this? Went to the principal? No, we'll say he went. Because there's no file, there's no noun with dhamma here or here or here. So we are forced to say he went. Dhahaba, yani huwa dhahaba. Huwa is understood, mustatir. Huwa dhahaba ilal mudiri. He went to the principal. Wa ayna dhahaba aliyun. And where did Ali go? Dhahaba ilal mirhadi. He went to the washroom. We've learned hammam. Mirhad is also similar. Washroom, mirhad. He went. So this is the lesson we are learning. Min and ila. Min is from, ila is to. We have to answer these questions if anyone wants to. So volunteer.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
ورحمة الله.
من أين أنت؟ تمارين. أجب عن أسئلة التالية.
آتية.
آتية. من أين أنت؟ Where are you from? أنا من shall I answer like where I am from
Anywhere.
or just
Anywhere.
okay. أنت من
So you
الفلبين.
have to answer أنا من الهند. What?
okay. أنا من الهند.
نعم.
أنت من الفلبين؟ لا، أنا من اليابان. من من الصين؟
Who's from China?
Who is from China؟
نعم.
أحمد من الصين.
محمد, yeah, whatever. محمد من الصين.
Okay. من أين حامد؟
Because we are not using Ahmad, because we learned later on, it doesn't take tanween. That's why.
Okay.
Muhammadun min as-Sin.
من أين حامد؟
نعم.
هو من دبي.
نعم. من أين حامد? From where is Hamid?
أين ذهب عباس؟ Where went عباس؟
أين ذهب عباس بالجذر؟ Tanveen, because this it's a male name, so it gets two whatever it gets, and this is the fa'il, so we have to give fa'il. Aina dhahaba. Many people, sorry, many people they make a mistake of reading as dhahabu. It's not that. It's always the first letter and the last letter. If there's nothing joining, it is always fatha and fatha. Only three letters, then fatha and fatha. The middle letter could change, yes, like sami'a, la'iba, and all that. So there are names for these letters. This is called fa kalima, ain kalima, and lam kalima. Fa'ala, like the scale. So if I write it down, because fa and then ain and then lam. Hmm. Fa'ala. So fa and lam kalima will always be fatha, dhahaba. Because when we learn later on also, you should always give fatha to this and fatha to this if nothing is attached to it. The ain kalima could change, yeah. Aina dhahaba abbasun.
أين ذهب عباس? It means where he went, where he
Where
go.
did Abbas go?
Where did Abbas go? It is past tense.
Yeah. We are using did in English. So the
Yes.
verb is present, but the meaning is going to the past because when you use did, it goes into past. So he went to the principal.
ذهب إلى المدير.
ذهب إلى المدير, or you can give a name. ذهب عباس إلى المدير. نعم.
ذهب عباس إلى المدير.
نعم.
ذهب علي إلى المدير.
مم.
Did علي went to مدير؟ نعم. ذهب
نعم.
علي إلى المدير.
مديري. Or we can say لا ذهب علي إلى المرحاض. He went to the washroom. Okay. You have to read with the
Okay.
correct ending. Do you want
Do
to
I
read?
want to read?
Yeah.
Or
Sultan.
تفضل. Okay. Sure.
نعم السلام عليكم.
Waalaikum salam. No. You have to read with the correct endings. Skip this. So read from here.
نعم الغرفة
No.
من الغرفة
No.
من الحمام
Hmm.
المر
المرحاض. Your voice is gone. I can't hear. Can you hear him? Ahmad, can you hear him? I cannot hear him.
لا. No, I do not hear.
You can read Ahmad till he comes. His mic something.
Okay.
نعم you can hear me.
الغرفة.
Yeah, we can. He's back. Okay. المرحاض. نعم.
نعم إلى المرحاض
إلى
إلى المرحاض.
to the washroom. Yes.
نعم اليابان
نعم.
الفلبين.
فيلبينو.
نعم من الهند إلى الصين.
إلى الصين. نعم. From India to China. من الغرفة, from the room. Okay. So what we are doing, we are just giving kasra whenever min is coming or ila is coming. Okay. And the default is dhamma. Al-mirhadu madhfu. Now, read and write. We have 7. We can do 4, 3. Anyone take 4, then 3.
اقرأ واكتب. من أين فاطمة? Where is Fatima from?
Yeah, feminine names do not take tanween. Yeah, min aina Fatimatu.
هي من الهند. She is from India.
We are not saying huwa because huwa is for masculine. Hiya is for she. No.
خرج المدرس من الفصل وذهب إلى المدير.
نعم.
Teacher went to
left
from the classroom and went to the principal.
So we are giving people people have a problem reading this. Because of kharaja we give this dhamma, and because of min we give this kasra, and this will always have fatha, and because of this we give kasra. For new people who are reading without tashkil, This is the reasoning why we gave what we gave. It cannot be anything else. People ask, how can we read it? By knowing grammar. That's how you can read it. Also, how will you know? You'll give a dhamma or whatever. Okay. Third.
ذهب التاجر إلى الدكان.
Naam.
The tajir, the businessman, went to the shop.
Naam.
خرج حامد من الغرفة وذهب إلى الحمام.
Naam.
It means he went.
Hamid left.
Left. Hamid left the room and went to the bathroom.
So minal ghurfati, from the room, and we'll say this he went, just for practice, that he is
Okay,
huwa is hidden. He went.
نعم.
طالب.
نعم. من خرج من الفصل.
من خرج.
من خرج من الفصل.
That's it. You just have to translate.
No, who left from the classroom? خرج الطالب من ال
Anytime the star comes, your first choice should be madrasa. You might go, oh, this is mudarrisa. No, the first choice should be madrasa. So,
madrasa.
Madrasati.
مدرستي. وذهب إلى السوق.
Yes. خرج الطالب من المدرسة وذهب إلى السوق. Let's translate.
The student left the school and went to I don't know.
Souk, market. Souk.
Market.
Yeah. Souk.
خديجة من الصين.
نعم.
وخالد من اليابان.
نعم. Khadija is from China.
نعم. Khadija is from China and Khalid is from Japan.
Now we have 5. We can do 3, 2. Min ila fi ala. We have to fill in the blanks with min, ila, from, to, in, and ala. Now.
الكتاب على المكتب.
نعم صحيح.
الطالب في الفصل.
نعم. And the book is on the table and the student is in the class. نعم.
ذهب حامد إلى الجامعة.
نعم.
Hamid goes to the university. Went to the university.
فعل ماضي. Next to
خرج من المدير إلى المدرسة.
خرج
المدير من المدرسة.
Yes, remember ذهب generally takes in ila. You go to some place, and kharaja takes a min. You leave from some place. Now.
Mudir left the school.
Yeah, mudir, principal or manager, but we'll use as principal.
Okay. ذهب محمد. What do you say? ذهب محمد. ذهب محمد.
From China to Japan, we could say.
ذهب محمد إلى الصين.
من الصين. Now.
من الصين إلى اليابان.
Yes. Muhammad went from China to Japan. Okay. New words. You can read two columns each.
Okay.
Now.
المدرس المدرسة.
School.
The school.
Yeah.
الفصل classroom الحمام bathroom المرحاض the toilet المطبخ the kitchen الغرفة the room الجامعة the university السوق the market.
نعم.
اليابان الصين الهند الفلبين المدير ذهب خرج.
مدير principal ذهب he went, خرج he left. نعم. These are all countries: Japan, China, India, and Philippines. So في على من إلى من حروف الجر. They are from the حروف الجر. Like we said, these are just 4, but in actual there are 17. There are 17, which we will slowly he'll introduce. Like he'll introduce Li. So he'll introduce one at a time. He won't introduce all of them, but he'll introduce most of them, 13, 14, or 15 something in all of the 3 books. So these words give a kasra to the following word, make the word majroor. Majroor with jar. No? Inshallah. That was lesson number 4. In this lesson, inshallah, we'll do a little bit of this lesson, inshallah, which is the Ad-Darsul Khamis. We are learning possession, which is mudaf, and mudaf ilayhi. Mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. This might be a little tricky lesson for those who have not done this before. In English, we show possession. Possession means someone's, like my book, or Hamid's book. We use apostrophe S, right? Or we use my book. We use apostrophe S. Or there's another way of saying book of Hamid, right? So we use apostrophe S to show someone's, like some object is someone else. And, we use of. In Arabic also, generally, there are 2 ways of saying it. Like we want to say Hamid's book, we have to make a special construction which is called mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. So, for example, we'll bring kitabu. Kitabu. The actual word is kitabun, right? A book. But we have to drop it from tanween as well as al. Right? So, mudaf, it's a rule. Mudaf cannot take tanween as well as al, right? You cannot have al to show that this is a special construction. So kitabu it will become, and Hamid will become majroor because he's the mudaf ilayhi. So it will take kitabu Hamidin. So whenever you see this construction, this means Hamid's book or book of Hamid, right? So this is mudaf and mudaf ilayhi, and very commonly used in the Arabic language. Now, like Allah's house, Baytullahi, Kitabullahi, Allah's book. Now, there are few incorrect constructions. Like if somebody creates like this, Al-Kitabu Hamidin, this is wrong. Al-Kitabu Hamidin, we cannot have. Mudaf cannot have al. Similarly, if somebody says Kitabun Hamidin, he gives tanween to this, this is also wrong. This has 2 kasras, by the way. Because Kitabu Hamidin, this is also Kitabun Hamidin, this is incorrect. Because Kitabun, once you say it, becomes independent. We want to show dependency on Hamid, so we have to not give al or tanween. It's like a servant of Hamid. Like book is possessed. So this, some people call it possessed, and this is the possessor. So Kitabu Hamidin. So this is correct. This is the only way we can create this. This is wrong. This is wrong. And another way, if somebody wants to create the Kitabu Hamidan, this is also incorrect. Hamid cannot be mansub. Mansub means fatha. This is incorrect. Kitabu Hamidun, this is also incorrect. This also cannot happen. So there's a lot of confusion which people get. For example, if you put fi before that in Hamid's book, so I gave 1 dhamma, now I can give 1 kasra. Fi kitabi Hamidin. So if anything comes before this, it will affect only the first word. because this is anyways kasra because of mudaf ilayhi. The effect is only on this word, and it won't take two kasras, it will take only one. So the first word can take one dhamma, one fatha, and one kasra. That is the mudaf. Now, and hamidin can only take two kasras. But can hamid take al? Yes. I mean, if al mudarris comes, yes, it can take al. Can this take tanween? Yes. So many people, they confuse these two things. They think this cannot take al, and they think this cannot take fatha dhamma kasra. It can, but only one each. Now, this is a confusion which will happen, which needs a lot of practice. So this is just an introduction. If you didn't understand, inshallah, it will be clear once we do the lesson, which is mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. So whenever we see this construction, one tanween and two kasras, generally speaking, this is a special word. These two words are like one unit. And we have to translate them together. For example, Sa'id says, Kitabu Muhammadin hadha ya yasiru. So we'll say and then translate this first. Is this Muhammad's book? We'll go reverse. Can we say hadha kitabu Muhammadin? Yes, we can. But in Arabic, when we make questions, generally they jump to the topic directly. Because you want to ask about kitabu Muhammadin, then they'll bring hadha and all that. But can you say hadha kitabu Muhammadin? Yes, you can. And we'll learn later on about this and all these things. But kitabu Muhammadin hadha, is this Muhammad's book? And what is this special construction? This is called mudaf ilayhi, or both of them are called idafa. This construction is called al-idafa. Idafa means to attribute something to someone. You're attributing the book to Muhammad. So now Muhammad is the owner of this. Mudaf ilayhi. And another thing which he is teaching is when ya comes, the tanween goes away. So we've learned al comes, the tanween goes away. Ya also makes the tanween go away. Whenever you're calling someone, Muhammadun, ya Muhammadu, Khalidun, ya Khalidu, hakada. Ya Yasiru. So ya also like al, because like I said, there's 7 types of ma'rifah. This is the second type, third type. We've learned 3 of them. One is a name. Names are ma'rifah. Name. And second, when anything with al. Number 3, when ya comes. When you're calling someone, obviously specific. It's not like any yasir. It's a specific one who's in front of you. Another which we have to learn is pronouns are also ma'rifah. And 5th is pointer nouns or demonstrative nouns. Hada, hadi, they are also ma'rifah. So we actually learned 5 of them, that these are all specific. When you say hada, hadi, dhalika, tilka, this is demonstrative, no? Ismul ishara. These are also specific. Hada kitabun, this is a book. When you say huwa, huma, hum, he, she, they, that is also specific. We've already learned. And 6th word we'll learn, which is mudaf ila ma'rifah. When you're saying book of Muhammad, it's a fixed book. So this is also actually called mudaf ila ma'rifah. So we've learned 6 of them, which is there. We'll learn another, which is in lesson 9, which is alladhi, is the 7th one. So that is called the anwa'ul ma'arif, the types of ma'arif. Why do we need to know? Because when you bring, for example, Muhammad Japanese, if you want to say, bring an adjective, so you have to bring with al later on. Muhammadunil Yabani. Yabani. Right? Because you will be like, this has tanween, so adjective should also have tanween, but this is actually a name, a proper noun, so you have to bring with al. So that time it will be helpful. Kitabu Muhammadin hadha ya Yasir. Is this Muhammad's book or ya Yasir? La hadha kitabu Hamidin. No, this is Hamid's book. Hamid's book. Aina kitabu Muhammad. So okay, this is Hamid's book. Where is Muhammad's book? So mudaf, everything now you'll start seeing, and you'll keep seeing till the end of the books, even in the Quran, because this is such a common thing. That's why he started with the common thing, which is very common, and you cannot escape mudaf throughout your whole lives. And this is where it will keep following you. Huwa ala al-maktabi hunaka. Huwa, kitabu is masculine, no? It is things are also male, female. So it is on the desk. Hunaka means there. There. It's a dharf. It's a this thing. أين دفتر adverb of place or time. ظرف means adverb of place or time. It shows you place or time, which will come below also. أين دفتر عمار. In Arabic, دفتر means notebook. Where's Ammar's notebook? هو على مكتب المدرس. Now he is teaching us when مضاف مضاف إليه, if there was no على, it will be مكتب المدرس, like here. Kitabu Muhammadin, and teacher's table. But when ala came, it will focus only on the first word, like I said. It will become maktabi. This will remain the same. So mudaf ilayhi has no role to play. It just shows the table is whose. It just shows possession. Who is the owner of this thing, or who does it belong to? So anything which comes before it will affect only the first word. هو على مكتب المدرس مكتبي. It is on the teacher's table. قلم من هذا يا علي. Whose pen? So how do you ask whose pen in Arabic? The many ways, but one of them is qalamu man. This is also mudaf ilayhi. That's why qalamu doesn't take this thing. But why not kasra? Like I explained in the starting of the lesson, there are some words which are fixed. So man is also question particle. It is fixed. Mabni, we say. So it doesn't take kasra. It will not be qalamu manin, manan, munun. We won't change. So this will be qalamu man hadha. Whose pen is this, or Ali? So how do you say whose house is this? Baytu man hadha. Whose key is this? Miftahu man hadha. There's another way of saying limanil qalamu. We can ask liman. It will come in the future lessons, 6th, 7th lesson. But this is qalamu man hadha ya aliyu. Whose pen is this? Hadha qalamul mudarrisi. This is the teacher's pen. مضاف مضاف إليه. أين حقيبة المدرس? Where is the teacher's bag? هي تحت المكتب. Here, it is under the table. تحت is called ظرف. ظرف. Or some people call it مفعول فيه. We'll learn later on. But ظرف, there's many things you have to learn. One, it all mostly it has fatha. See, تحت mostly has fatha. Tahta is never tahtu or tahti unless min comes or whatever. But generally, it should have fatha. Second, it won't take tanween or al. Tanween. Third is the noun following it is majroor. That means, like we have mudaf ilayhi, we call this dharf, and this is called mudaf ilayhi again. Dharf mudaf ilayhi, under the table. And the fourth thing is, we have to remember, it could indicate, and the dharf could be dharfu zaman as well as dharfu makan. It could show time or place. Zaman means time and makan is place. Here it's showing place. So that's why we're reading dharf. And you have to memorize, because zuruf, you cannot guess generally. They are just limited type, 10, 12 zuruf, that's it. Above, below, fawqa, tahta, right, yamin, yasar, like that. Or yamin, shimal. Hiya tahta al-maktabi. It is under the table. So tahta is one of them. Tahta. So even if there's no fatha dhamma kasra, tahta, you have to read tahta only. Unless min or something comes, then you read tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. It becomes tahti, but it should be tahta. Yeah, and the following word will be mudaf ilayhi. Okay, tamarin. We'll do few of them, inshallah. You have to answer from the lesson. Now.
أين كتاب محمد؟
نعم.
هو على المكتب.
هو على المكتب. أين كتاب محمد? Where is Muhammad's book? It is on the table. نعم.
أين كتاب عمار؟ هو
It is on the teacher's table, we'll say.
Yeah. هو على المكتب المدرس.
نعم صحيح, ولكن there will be not alal. It will not be alal. It will be ala, because
ala
cannot take al. No mudaf cannot take al or tanween. هو على
هو على مكتب المدرس.
مدرسي. نعم.
مدرسي.
نعم.
أين حقيبة المدرس؟
حقيبة المدرس.
حقيبة المدرس. Where is teacher's bag? Handbag?
Under the table.
هي تحت. How do you say تحت؟
مكتب.
تحت أو تحت
هي تحت المكتب. نعم. It is under
هي
the.
تحت المكتب.
Yes. We are specifying because it's not any table. It's the table.
Okay.
تحت المكتب. Okay. We have two columns. We can do the right first.
نعم.
نعم. You have to make مضاف مضاف إليه.
نعم.
Read the مثال.
قلم.
Read the مثال also. كتاب.
نعم. كتاب محمد. كتاب محمد.
Yes. So to explain for others, this is kitabun, no? So this is you are deleting one dhamma. It'll become kitabu because mudaf cannot take al, cannot take tanween, and this is the mudaf ilayhi. So I have to give. If it has two dhammas, we'll give two kasras. Kitabu Muhammadin. This means what? Muhammad's book. It's not a sentence, but we can say hada kitabu Muhammadin. Hakal. Naam. Qalamun. Read the question
نعم.
and then make. Naam.
قلم حامد.
Hmm.
قلم حامد.
نعم. Hamid's pen.
بيت عباس.
Hmm.
بيت عباس.
نعم.
غرفة.
Abbas house.
غرفة علي. غرفة علي.
نعم.
آه، آه،
دفتر.
نعم. دفتر سعيد. دفتر سعيد.
Said's notebook.
منديل ياسر. منديل ياسر.
نعم.
قميص عمار.
عمار.
قميص عمار.
عمار. عمار shirt. Yasir's handkerchief.
سرير خالد. سرير خالد.
صحيح صحيح. نعم. This column. نعم. This is
نعم.
Ma'arifa now. This is also Ma'arifa, but it has two Dhamma. Here only one Dhamma. Maktabun.
مفتاح البيت.
Mm.
مفتاح
One
البيت.
second. We'll read the misal also. Maktabun. Above.
مكتب المدرس. مكتب المدرس.
Maktabul Mudarrisi.
مكتب المدرس.
نعم.
مفتاح البيت. مفتاح البيت.
بيتي. نعم. House key. The house key.
the house key. دكان التاجر. the دكان التاجر.
Dukkanun. So this is only one dhamma. Dukkanut. We'll join it here.
دكان التاجر.
Tajiri.
دكان التاجر.
نعم. مضاف إليه. مجرور.
بيت المهندس. بيت المهندس.
بيت المهندسي. نعم.
Yeah.
Engineer's house.
اسم الولد.
ال...
الولد. اسم الولد.
نعم.
كتاب
Name of the boy.
الله. كتاب الله.
كتاب الله. Allah's book. نعم.
بنت الطبيب. بنت الطبيب.
بنت الطبيب.
مفتاح
Doctor's daughter.
السيارة. دكتور. أوكي. مفتاح السيارة.
مفتاح السيارة.
the car key.
Car key. نعم. Last exercise for today, inshallah. We can read one sentence maybe each with correct tashkil.
باب المدرس
مدرسة. directly
باب المدرسة.
نعم. باب المدرسة. school door.
حمار الرجل.
حمار الرجل. نعم.
بيت حامد.
بيت
حامد.
حامي.
دين.
Din. Male name. That's why. Yes. بيت حامد.
سيارة المدير.
So yeah, the principal's car. Next.
نعم. منديل عمار.
Mindilo Ammarin. Ammar's handkerchief. نعم.
اسم طالبي.
اسم الطالب. Student's name.
بيت لله.
Baytu what? Sorry.
بيت الله.
Baytullah.
الله.
Yes. Yes. I heard Baytun Lillahi. Okay.
في كتاب الله. الله.
But fee has come.
Oh, في كتاب
في
الله.
كتاب yes, in the book of Allah. في كتاب الله, because of حرف جر.
نعم.
Last also you can read.
من بيت. No, من بيتي. بيت المدرس.
من بيت المدرس. نعم, from the teacher's house.
على المكتب.
على
مكتب مديري.
على
المديري.
مكتب المدير. On the principal's table. The book is on the principal's table. Inshallah. From here, inshallah, we have a lot of sentences and more exercises. Inshallah. But mudaf nafilay, inshallah, we've learned in this lesson. After this lesson, we'll learn hadihi, inshallah, lesson number 6. But this is a long lesson because a lot of exercises for mudaf nafilay. He'll teach us also baytu man, qalamu man, hud house, exercises for that also. Inshallah ta'ala, and as well as ya, when ya comes, tanween goes away. All these exercises will come in our future class. Jazakallahu khairan. Barakallahu feekum. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. جزاك الله خير.
Barakallahu khair.